I spent the better part of this last week and a half cleaning this tractor up, getting it ready for paint, and I've got a pretty good job of everything stripped down, cleaned up, ready to go to get some primer put on here. Looks good up in here. Nice to see those castings, the P and the N. I don't even know what those mean, but it's nice to see those. I'm having a little bit of difficulty cleaning right here around the axles. And underneath here, around where the brake and the clutch pedal are. I also have a broken brake, right? This brake is functioning, needs adjusted. My clutch functions. This brake, the whole time I've had this tractor, has never been connected. Under this housing here, that's my hand clutch right here. This has a hand clutch and a foot clutch because this foot clutch is connected, let's get this out of the way, to just a regular clutch disc and this bell housing. And if you think about it, as soon as we push this foot clutch in, it breaks the engine free from the drive shaft, the transmission, everything all the way through back to the PTO shaft. When you push the foot clutch in, PTO shaft shuts off. It's a live PTO shaft. The problem with that is when you're baling hay and you come to a big old wad of hay and your baler's starting to choke on it and you need to slow down a little bit, you can't push the clutch in and just let the baler sit there and chunk away at the hay. If you do that, baler stops, gets jammed up, and then you're cussing and you're down there dragging the hay out of the baler and just, oh, so angry. So they recognized that, the designers did, and they gave us this clutch right here, which basically just splits the differential. Open differential, splits it. It's a clutch right there. That will stop the tractor. PTO shaft will still go. I need to get this clutch housing, the clutch out, and figure out what's wrong with my brakes, as well as I'm going to go ahead and pull these pedals off just so I can get everything cleaned up around there. And that's basically the last pieces and parts that I can't get to is underneath that clutch disc, excuse me, those pedals. So we're going to do it, and it'll be worth it, I think. Yeah, it'll be worth it. Anyways, give me some chance to do some research. I've been looking in my manual. I haven't figured out exactly how to pull that clutch off yet, but I will. It does. Well, I'll just show you. So underneath this cover is the clutch housing. So we've got this series of bolts here on the outside. I strongly suspect that it actually needs pulled from the center here. So if we pull off this snap ring, put in a bolt puller, we should be able to pull that clutch off, depending on how it's connected. Let's try to figure that part out. Not sure where I put my snap ring pliers. Well, I hope it went someplace nice. There we go. Oh yeah. Well, I don't even think I needed the bolt. I think I could have just pulled this right out. Yeah, I don't think we needed a puller at all. That gear just sits in there nice and easy. There we go. That's our adapter gear there. There we go.
You got it!
Way too much effort.
Got it.
And there we go. Hoofda.
This is a very sharp tool.
Ah, yes, the right
A
tool for the job.
hammer! A hammer is help. Ow.
Am I your favorite papa?
You're my favorite papa of all my papas.
The favorite papa out of all the papas you've ever had?
Yes.
Oh, that's heavy. Ah, there we go. So we got 3 bolts on the clutch release mechanism. We'll take those off. There's 4 bolts on the housing. I'm hoping that the housing will come off with the clutch release mechanism. Then we can get the clutch lever out. So we'll give that a shot. All right, that's all loose. So this brake lever's, this brake pedal has always been flopping like this. And I don't know if it was broken or if it was just worn out. But we'll figure that part out here shortly. We're going to go ahead. We'll take off these brake pedals and get one step closer to getting this thing fully stripped down. Try to get some of this crud washed off of here. Nobody ever warned me how much money I'd spend on brake cleaner and penetrating oil when it came time to refresh one of these tractors. Come on, you. There we go. All right. Brake disc is off. I'll have to do some research to determine. Here we go. I'm going to try to sneak in behind here and get that cotter pin out to get the adjustment stud out of there. Anyways, got that adjusting bolt off of there. Hoopta. Well, it's almost time for me to head in. We'll let this stuff sit here. Yeah, we'll let that sit there and cook here. So we'll take the clutch, we'll take the brake housing and we'll pull the brakes off of here on the left side of the tractor. We'll pull the clutch pedal off as well. Maybe we'll replace that nail with the cotter pin this time, you know. I mean, you know, a guy can dream, right? So yeah, there's quite a bit more to do on here, but it's time for me to go inside, give my kids their treat. We always have a treat before we go to bed. It's probably the wrong thing to do, you know, if you're talking health-wise and everything. But as long as we can keep our weights under control, we'll continue that habit for a while. But we're going to go inside. We're going to have a treat, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Continue this disassembly and clean up. And oh, I'm in the garage, and I'm making a mess. That's all right. I'll clean it up too. So yeah, we're making progress. This is the last part of it. This transmission and brake housing area is the last part to get cleaned up. And without that pedal bar across there, I can reach up underneath there and get that clean. It's just going to give us a much better result. And when I replace that that brake seal, that axle seal, whatever kind of seal that is, then that's going to take care of one of the major leaks in this tractor. And that makes me happy. The cleaner we can make this thing, the happier I am. Less ingress for water, less ingress for dirt, less dirt getting messed up. I'll cut that video because I just started rambling. After that, I'll have to think about my PTO shaft here because, well, there's got to be an adjustment for that. We'll figure that out at a later date though. Anyways, onwards and upwards. I'm headed inside, guys, and I'll be back out again tomorrow before you know it. So, oh, funny story. This last part of the brake apparatus also holds all the oil in, and I'm just about to make a big mess. Let me stop this video and clean up this mess. Took all the kitty litter I had. I'm probably, about 8 gallons in here. We'll let this drain overnight, then we can continue cleaning this up. Then we can try to figure out exactly which kind of seals we need. I'm going to replace the seals in here. Actually, I don't want to flip this over. They drive out from this side. They'll slide out the other side of this hub part, and yeah, we'll get this thing sealed up. It's going to be great. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to tonight. I wanted to get this kind of all finished, stripped down, and get this cleaned up. And it's my fault. I should have drained the transmission earlier. I was planning on doing it anyways and replacing all the oil regardless. You can see it's kind of got that brown, milky, little water in there. I drive this tractor enough that the water doesn't separate. It keeps mixed in there, and so that's fine. It's not like it's rusting or doing any damage. Yeah, I just got ahead of myself. I should have drained that crankcase before I got the rest of the way through here. But I should have known better. That's all right. Live and learn. The worst one ever was I was replacing the engine in a little Mazda B2200 for my mom, and went to pull that engine out. Had a little automatic transmission, 2-wheel drive, and I hooked onto that engine and transmission and pulled it out, and all that ATF just went whoosh, all over my garage floor, and I lost it. I was dropping bad words and yelling and just so furious. And the funny part is ATF doesn't even smell that bad. Not like 90 weight. 90 weight's got that fish oil smell to it. So, maybe I'm maturing a little bit, and I didn't get too upset at myself. I guess that's some progress, right? So, yeah, that had to be 15 plus years ago I was doing that. So, yeah, progress. I don't think I said a single curse word. I'll have to check the video. Catch you guys tomorrow, and we'll get back at this project. We'll continue cleaning it up. Maybe by this weekend we'll have a chance to have it clean enough to paint. Maybe not. Let's talk to you later.